Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Savannah Marshall becomes the undisputed women's super middleweight champion, a deserved win, no doubt about it. And yeah, I mean, she was just absolutely. It was a war. It was a wrestling match. It was a mauling contest. But she just did what she possibly could do, which was to try and land the cleaner punches, which she did. I mean, under great duress. Franchon Crews-Dezurn, I mean, we knew she was rough. We knew she was a tough girl. She's so big and stocky. She looks like a wrestler and she fights like one as well. But this was a majority decision for Savannah, purely on cleaner punches. That was it. Franchon Crews-Dezurn lumbered forward, so almost rolled forward. Much the shorter woman was grabbing Savannah, mauling her. The girls fell on the floor a couple of times, but I'll say it was a majority decision. I scored it 97, 93. One guy had it 95, 95. I don't agree with that, but the other two, I think one of them also had it. One of the judges had it 97, 93 as well, same as me. I just struggled to give rounds to Franchon because the only punch in her arsenal, which actually looks like a boxing punch, is a jab. I mean, yeah, she throws these crude swinging overhand rights, which are sort of clubbing punches. There's nothing sharp about her. There's nothing refined. There's nothing sophisticated or technical. It's I'm going to come at you. I'm going to rumble forward, and I'm going to just scuff and wrestle and maul my way to a win. And that's what she's done throughout her career. But I did think in a few of her fights she seemed to be learning a little bit more boxing technique. With this, it just went out the window, and obviously she's in against a much better woman. I mean, Savannah Marshall is a big, almost 6 foot tall, super middleweight, very strong girl. But make no mistake about it, by the end of this fight, Savannah was absolutely knackered. I mean, it wasn't punches that had bothered her at all. It was just all the wrestling. The energy had been drained out of her. But Franchon was the one who was busted up. She had, I think, a bloody nose. She took some full-blooded right hands to the head and the jaw, and certainly some body punches went in from Savannah as well. She took the lot, Franchon. She didn't look like she was ever going to go on the floor, not from a punch, from a knockdown. Like I say, they wrestled to the floor a few times. But what a tough lady. And I struggled to give her rounds. I think the 3 rounds I gave Franchon were really because Savannah didn't really do anything. And they were earlier rounds. But Savannah, when she was keeping out of range, there was only one winner. She looked sharp. Again, hands low, firing the jab from the waist. Big right hand coming over the top. Left hooks being worked to the head and body. I'd still like to see Savannah fire more punches. You know, I think when she's at range, she should let the combinations go. She kind of throws 2s and 3s. And okay, I accept that with Franchon it was very difficult, but if she can get that flowing style, that hands down flowing style, almost like, well, they say it's the Peter Fury, way of doing things. Huey does it. April Hunter fought today. She's starting to look like she's got the similar sort of style, but it is a kind of Carl Froch, almost a Carl Froch thing. And Carl Froch was a pretty good pressure fighter. He would fire, a lot of punches. He would be very sort of industrious. There are too many periods, especially in these 2-minute rounds, where Savannah sort of switches off, and I just like to see her throw more punches, to be honest with you. And maybe that's, I don't know. I mean, maybe she worked on her cardio a bit more. Maybe if she worked on having a bigger gas tank, then she could fire more punches, do the 10-2s. It's only 20 minutes of fighting. I say only, but when you're wrestling Franchon Crews-Dezurn, it seems like a lot longer. But yeah, the rounds were pretty repetitive. Crews-Dezurn coming forward, rolling forward, and Savannah trying to keep it long, banging in the cleaner punches, and having to take sort of cuffing, clubbing forearms and punches that weren't correctly thrown. She doesn't turn her punches over at all, Franchon. This was a mauling, but quite exciting fight. But I mean, there was only one winner, and that was Savannah Marshall. And well done to her. She's finally become undisputed world champion at super middleweight. And of course, the question now is, what's the crack? Are we going to get the rematch with Claressa Shields? I hope so. Ben Shalom said afterwards he thought it would be, it should be at super middleweight. But I think Claressa was interviewed afterwards, and I didn't see her reaction. I did see her, and you could hear her during the fight. My God, his screeching voice over the commentary. She was cheering Dezurn on. Oh, Jesus Christ, can you imagine her on the... No, I won't go there. But, you know, super middleweight or middleweight, I don't know. Can Savannah make middleweight? If she can, go downstairs and pick up them four belts, or try to. And then if you fight, well, I don't know. Maybe if they had it at middleweight, all 8 belts could be on the line. Why not? You know. But one final thing I must mention is that Franchon Crews-Dezurn actually sang the American national anthem before the fight, when she was gloved up and everything in the ring. I've never seen anyone do that before. So big up her. And she has got a nice voice. It's an R&B sort of voice. I don't like R&B, but if you do, I mean, she's got a nice voice, nice singing voice, and she sings a cappella. It sounds, you know, like a pretty sweet sound. So, you know, fashion designer, singer, wrestler. Get involved with that, Franchon. You'll be brilliant. You make millions. So yeah, what do you think? Leave your comments below, and I'll answer them. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You know, I always say this, don't I? Hit the like button. Build Joe Stunner Boxing up. Spread the word. Looking forward to reading your comments, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.